So welcome to my garage. I have a 996 Turbo here under the cover and a new edition, the 928, 1979 928. I guess you call it Series 1, it's the original, in a little bit of a state. It arrived yesterday. It's a non-runner, hasn't been started for a couple of years. I think the previous owner said he had it going 2 years ago with an external fuel pump and fuel tank. But I'll give you a little walk around and you see what we're up against. I'm going to try and bring this back to life. First mission is to get it started again, and then we can start talking about the bodywork and everything else. As you can see, it's probably lived outside for most of its life. There's all sorts of horrible things on it. So the roof has had a hell of a battering. You see the crazy paving there. I don't know if it's focusing. Tailgate's probably in the worst condition. I think it's actually still the tailgate. There's a lot of the bodywork is aluminium, but I've got a feeling this is not. You see the window scrapers. Seen better days. So walk around. Someone's put the manhole cover wheels on it from the S. I think the rear spoiler's from an S as well that someone's popped on. I've got the wedged open at the moment in the back because the struts can't hold it up. Inside there's a collection of things, to say the least. From what I understand, the car's complete, probably less the odd little tiny bit, but I just started digging through to see what we've got in here, and it looks like it's all there. There's the interior, which is this interesting semi-Pasha sort of interior. I say semi because the headrests, I'll go around in a little while, but the the front seat headrests are Pasha, where the rest of it is this sort of black and white check. It's quite interesting. There's all sorts of stuff in here. That's obviously the cover to the battery compartment, cover to the spare wheel. Lots of paperwork, which I think is the wiring diagrams for the car. There's something here which I got a feeling this thing is a cover that goes across the back here, like a parcel shelf or like a sunscreen, I guess. There's a few interior trims, rugs, carpets, whatever you want to call them. I think that's a spare set of headlight covers. There's a filter, air filter. The obligatory hazard triangle when you break down. There's a toolbox which is semi-complete. There's all the spanners, but there's a few screwdrivers missing, but maybe they're tucked under something. Moving around a little bit more, I was quite pleased to see, if I can light that with my phone actually, the battery compartment looks pretty solid in there. I thought the previous owner said it was rusted, but that's had a new battery compartment in. You can actually see where it's been replaced, so that's quite good. Someone's been liberal with the hammerite as well. There's lots of black hammerite around. Let's have a little look underneath, if I can get down there. From what I saw earlier, actually, you can have a look on the back how badly weathered the Porsche sign is at the back. So underneath the fuel tank is held on with some elastic bands, which are pretty interesting, if you can see them there. And I think this is where the previous owner tried to get it started with. He's replaced some of the pipework to try and get it going, I think, and he says he did. Exhaust doesn't look awful. Well, this bit doesn't. That bit does there. It's dry, at least. That could be because there's no fluids in it, but we'll find that out later. Let's just get up again. Okay, then round this side, bodywork's pretty straight. Everything's as worn as you can imagine. Sitting outside for how many years? It's a 79, so it's 41 years old. Still shuts nice. Got that beautiful classic Porsche sound when you shut it. Interior then, because it's one of the early cars, it's all leather. So you can see this door is a bit warped, but it might be recoverable. Although someone's cut this speaker in, which I don't know what's going to do when we take that off. We'll have to have a look at that. Doesn't look so bad. The dash has seen better days. That's been in the sun a lot. But you can see how bad that's cracked, and basically the leather's given up. So that'll need complete replacing. I don't think the actual dash is cracked though. I think it's just the leather's gone. We'll have to investigate that. That's further down the line. Someone's had a go at the fuse board. You can see that's all exposed, and there's wires everywhere. I'm just trying to trace these across. I think these wires go to the door over there, which I'm not sure what someone was doing, whether that's stereo or for the windows or something. I'm not sure yet. Oh, actually, windows are here, so it can't be that. Perhaps it's just the stereo speakers. Stereo is missing, of course. Why not? Steering wheel has some ugly surround put on it, whatever you call that thing. Right, seats look pretty good. Apart from that one, the only bit of damage I can see is a rip in the leather there. But it's not awful. I would expect those to be retrimmable. And you can see what I mean about the Porsche there. Weirdly, it's blue. And it doesn't look like it's replacement because it's all part of one. So I don't know whether it's faded or what. A bit strange. The seats aren't attached at the moment, so they wobble around a lot. You know, as you can see, actually a bit of damage there as well, which to me looks like someone's had a car seat sitting on it. But I expect that'll come out. I'm not too worried about that. But the actual material is pretty good. I haven't seen any damage to the material yet, so that's good. Headliner looks decent. There's a little cut there, but other than that, it looks okay. I don't know if the headliner needs is leather. Feels like it probably is. Sun visor's present. Not too bad, apart from the dash. I think we can recover most of the stuff there. Going around under the hood. Let's have a look at the engine. I think you can get a good view of how the quality of the paintwork from there. It's quite interesting what the weather does to it. So the engine, I think, looks a lot better than it could be. It's very dusty, very dirty, but I think with a bit of cleaning that'll come up pretty good. I'm not really worried about anything under here. I know what's going on there. Apart from that belt down there, I noticed a minute ago. I don't know if I can zoom you in. Yeah, you should be able to see now that belt does not look in the best of health. That's pretty straightforward to change. I need to do a cam belt change on it at some point. This is the 4.5 litre, which isn't an interference engine, so there's no harm in me trying to start it, which I'll do at some point soon. Radiators probably need replacing, looking a little bit tatty. Not awful though, not awful. Doesn't look too bad. Sound deadening still present under the bonnet, in pretty good condition, better than I've seen before. The headlights still pop up apparently, and we'll have a quick look under the engine. As you can see, some nice cracking on the. I don't know if that comes out on the camera. It's really nicely cracked. Let's have a look underneath. So with my phone torch, I think you can probably just about see. It's not awful. Again, dry, and there is oil in it, so it's not just because there's no oil. Looks like there's a belt missing there. Maybe you can see what that is. Not too bad though. Pretty sure we can work with it. Yeah, should be a bit of fun. So this is the current project. So we'll try and get it started first, and then I can start looking at all the other bits, work out if it's worth trying to save further. If it is, then we'll talk about a respray, but let's take it one step at a time. Anyway, see you next time.